what is ancestral lineage healing?
I think the lineage part of it is important. So this idea that, we are from different lineages of people. There are bodies who have come before us. There are wombs that we have moved through one after another, like in a line. And so that's kind of like the lineage piece of it. And the healing part of it is about recognizing that there are those who have come before us, who have died, who have lived and died, who may still be in some state of um, disruption. May not be fully integrated, fully crossed from this world. Like there's a lot of ways to describe that. There's a lot of like frameworks to view that through, but the basic understanding that not all of those who have died may be totally good. Some of them may be in real need of support. Some of them may be actively causing trouble and harm in our own lives. Like we are on the receiving end of everything upstream of us. So whether those are blessings or burdens or troubled behaviors or family patterns or whatever, that there's actually a need to turn around and face that. But the strategy of doing that in an effective way that's like safe for us and in like a non-heroic, non-martyry way is to not think that ourselves as the children, like the ones who are living, playing the game of life, that it's actually on us to handle or deal with everything upstream of us. Like it's actually not within our capacity to do that. It's not even our job. It's not actually even our proper job. So the lineage healing piece means turning to and like facing what needs to be faced amongst the dead who may be troubled in one way or another, or may have resources in one way or another, and to make connection between ourselves as the living children and much, much older ancestors, like the elders amongst our own ancestors, who were living at a time that still had intact traditions, were still taking care and revering their own ancestors, were still in a right relationship with the land and the waters of the places that they were living. And not to say that there's like some sort of like, you know, perfect time in the past, but that the people were handling things. Things were being dealt with and weren't accumulating and like being passed on downstream, landing on us. So the strategy of this is a partnership between ourselves as the living and those much much older ancestors, and it's a relationship with those ones. So rather than what a lot of people think about when they think about working with ancestors, they think about like a grandparent or someone who's like beloved or known to them, and working with them directly. And this approach is a bit different because it's like, yeah, you know, maybe you really had a great relationship with that person who's passed, but they may not be in a state to really be supportive of you. They actually may be in a state of need themselves. So rather than like trying to lean on the more recent dead who might be fragile in some way, it's like don't grab onto that rickety stick that's like dying from the same rot that you are. How about the tree that's got like full roots and like strong and present and there? It's just like that's what you anchor into. So that's the idea about stretching back to working with those much much older dead, and then they carry the spirit end of the work. They know a thing or two about being dead. I don't. So working with them to do the piece that's theirs and then empowering that process through relationship, through doing what human beings can do, which are singing the songs and making the food and going on the pilgrimages and like doing the research and learning the names and all, making the offerings, all the things that we are here to do. So that's what I that's my understanding of what this work is to bring all those dead that are in between, that are in need of support in some way, into an elevated state of well-being so that they can be integrated into that lineage that of truly elevated ancestors with a capital A, so that there are no dead behind us who have been untended, and that we are well prepared to die ourselves. So it's selfish in that way.